about to say if you want to rush somewhere. Say if your train is about to leave, like 2 minutes,
2 minutes,
a minute, 10 seconds, right? You ain't gonna walk. You gotta run.
You gotta get moving.
Running around. See what I'm saying?
Like
I just ran around the track. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's like I told myself that. I'm like, I don't want to just run on the court, on the field. I want to run. I want to practice my conditioning for emergencies. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Over Matter, where we talk about motivation, growth, and overcoming life obstacles. I'm your host, Nick Storms, and today we got a special guest, someone who brings energy, perspective, and a unique story to the table. Whether it's sports, leadership, or personal experiences, today's conversation is all about understanding the journey, the mindset, and what it really takes to overcome adversity. So please welcome my guy, Jacoby Stewart. Man, he's back. He's back.
Of course.
If you guys tune into my old podcast, Sharing Visions, I actually interviewed him not too long ago. And man, I remember that conversation. You was talking about your pivot from football to being a Broadway actor.
Yep.
And I just gotta say, bro, that's a big pivot right there. It's a
Indeed.
big pivot. So yeah, man, we definitely gonna get onto it. But this time we're gonna get deeper into the story.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Let's
we gotta
do it.
get deeper into the story. Yeah, man. But yeah, I appreciate you for coming on here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. We know that. So, first question, bro. Who is Jacoby behind the titles, the athlete? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's Jacoby Stewart? Right? Because you are an athlete, a leader, and an actor now, right? So, tell the audience, like, is that your true identity?
I mean,
Yeah.
As
Who's
much
Jacoby
as-
Stewart? That's what it is.
you know, as much as I love doing theater, doing plays, leading the community, helping out when I can. Who I am, I wouldn't say that's me. I'm not really, you know, that big guy you follow, you know, the person to jump to the rescue every time there's an issue or lead the crowd, lead the people. I'm not that type of guy. You know, I help out when I can. I see opportunity, and I have the ability to do something
And you
about
strike
it.
for it, yeah, okay.
I help out. Make my use of my hands in that situation. I like to say I just like to see the beauty in life. I feel like there are many moments we miss. There's different point of views and understandings that we may misinterpret. So I just say, why not try it all?
Why not try it all? Hey, man, versatility is everything. I try to tell everybody that, right? And I'm not saying everybody has to do it all, but it is good to be versatile, too. Because you never know. You could discover your inner calling. And you could discover new hidden skills that you never knew you had. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, acting, editing videos, just overall content creation. Bro, like, if anything's your passion, pursue it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, I feel like they get caught up by sticking to one thing. And if it's their strength, right, that's fine. But everybody eventually has to try new things in life because, like, again, you never know what your passion may be, right?
Even when you do find your passion.
Even when you do it.
Versatility is a great thing.
Absolutely.
But you can always keep focused on that one thing that's true to you.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
try new things.
Try new things.
Don't stop yourself from doing something new just because you never done it before.
Exactly. Like, for example, bro, football player, basketball player, and we doing volleyball next year. See that?
That's gonna be fire.
Yep. Yeah, incoming duo on the way. Incoming
Watch
duo
out.
on the way. So, all right, my brother. All honesty, if someone met you today, right, what would you want them to understand about you immediately?
I would like them to see that I'm fun. Cause I feel like I sometimes I get all very too serious.
Right.
Especially in like situations that like I'm not normally in, or I don't know what's going to expect.
Right.
So, and that has happened where I've come across too serious. People scared of me. You know, I used to be bigger than this, but I just want them to see that like I'm, not the cover of the book.
Right. But also, as you previously just mentioned, you want them to see that you're versatile, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want people to see that, so that way you can influence them to be the same way, right? If that makes sense. Yeah, man, absolutely.
I also want them to see the strength in the mentality. A lot of people misunderstand the strength in your own mentality.
Mind over matter for a reason.
The only limit is yourself, and that holds layers.
That holds layers, yeah. See, some people think the strength is in here, and here, and here. It's the mind. Don't sleep on that. Somebody may be physically stronger than you, but are they mentally stronger than you? That's where you got the advantage over them. That's where you got that's the hidden advantage right there, bro. That's like the ultimate weapon. The mind is everything.
The weapon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The mind is everything, bro. Everything. Like, name a time where somebody said, I want to get physically stronger. Nothing wrong with that. But has there ever been a time where someone asked you, I want to get mentally stronger? That's what I'm saying, bro. You never hear that. You barely hear that at all. Barely hear that. So, Cole, man, take us back real quick. Take the audience back, because I know you took me back, but take the audience back, right?
Where we going?
So, we're going to go back to humble beginnings.
Ooh.
And
Gotcha.
it started in the football field, right? So, what did football teach you early on about discipline and identity?
You're going to hate it.
Oh, my God.
Number one lesson. You're going to hate it. You may not like it. You may not love it. But if you show up, you got to give it. You can't quit. If you showing up to practice, if you showing up to that football game on the line, you got to show up. You got to put out for it. Even you losing, or you can't run as fast, or you out of breath, or you struggling anyway, you still got to push through.
Got to push through.
And
Or at that point, bro, like, that's when you motivate them to just work on their conditioning, right?
Right.
Everybody got to stay disciplined in the weight room, right? From even when I go to the gym on campus, I'm like, I see people lifting weights. Nothing wrong with that, yeah, because you wanna grow muscles. I get that. But you guys gotta understand, when you're playing a game that requires conditioning, you must run outside.
Yeah.
Treadmill, yeah, it can help somewhat, but you gotta run outside daily. So that way your body's used to it. That conditioning, it's very significant.
Practice.
Yeah.
Consistency. Get back up. Go at it again the next day.
There you go, man.
You miss a day,
Let me get my
next
body
day
on.
you go back at it.
Facts. Next day, go back at it.
I think running conditioning was like, I didn't like that as a young football kid.
Man.
I don't think a lot of people didn't like conditioning. To the pole and back. Some kids loved it though.
Bro, to be honest,
I don't like to run.
yeah.
That's a change.
To be honest though, not even just in sports, bro. Running is beneficial in everyday life, if you ask me. Right? Because think about this. Say if you're gonna rush somewhere. Say if your train is about to leave, like 2 minutes, a minute, 10 seconds, right? You ain't gonna walk. You gotta run.
You gotta get moving.
Running around. See what I'm saying?
Like
I just
the
ran around the
flies.
track. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's like I told myself that. I'm like, I don't want to just run on the court, on the field. I want to run. I want to practice my conditioning for emergencies, right? Like, for example, if your mom is in the hospital, your dad got in a situation where it requires you to sprint, you got to get there fast. Like lightning speed flash, bro.
Man,
You
gotta
gotta
break
storm
records, man.
You got to turn into a track star.
Usain Bolt,
Flash, Quicksilver, Sonic combined. Combined. But yeah, man, that's where running plays a role, in my opinion. But I'm sure you agree too.
Yeah. I mean, even now, even after I started doing Joss and Crunch, even though I don't do it as much now, I got this joy in like running. Just even if it wasn't the crunch, even if it was just around the campus or somewhere,
Right.
or even in the winter. For some reason, I love running when it's snowing. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Not too cold. Not too cold.
Interesting.
Especially at night. But like if it's during the day, afternoon, evening, it's a good run.
Nah, but that's interesting. Running in the winter. Yeah. Some other question, Cole. Was there ever a moment where you realized football wasn't your only path?
I would say around the later days of my football career, 6th, 7th grade, I was watching movies, Descendants, and I was looking at the behind the scenes and everything. I was looking at my favorite actors. I was like, it would be fun to be a movie star. So, sitting there, stage company. That's where I'm at now. I auditioned. It was 8th grade. I auditioned for The Wizard of Oz. Scariest moment of my life. Second to, I would say, Shrek. Because there was a musical, but I didn't audition for it because I had to sing. Giving a speech was already something, but singing was a different layer. But,
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah, carry on, bro.
I was scared. I mean, like frozen. I was having trouble going through the door. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what to do on that stage. But like that's the joy in it.
It is a joy.
That's what you got to push past. That's the fear because you don't know a lot of things about skydiving or different sports like soccer or hockey or pickle. And I'm glad I did it. I got a lot of memories in theater, and I love it.
Yeah, man. Me too. I did theater in high school too. We did a play called Tears of Our Tacos. It was a written play. We had to sing too, and bro, the dance. The dance. It was. I'm not gonna say it was dog water, but it was like a dance that I wasn't a big fan of, but I still did it.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta swallow your pride.
That's all you could do. That's all you
swallow
could.
the ego.
Swallow the ego and like think about your team. There's no I in team at all, right? If your team is doing it, so you gotta do it as well, right? Yeah, man. So leading up to that, right?
Right.
How did being an athlete shape your mindset up the field?
It shaped the conditioning of my mentality. I noticed, especially in theater, like a lot of people around me have like a more exhausted mind when it comes to doing long hours in your practice, whether it be on stage, acting, dancing, art. A lot of people they I wouldn't say tension tantrums, but they get mad, they get frustrated, they get, say they want to do this or they ain't being treated fair or, our time is being wasted. And I come from not only in football where if you there, you give it your all and you're there until the end.
Right.
And in my high school theater, the students were dedicated. I mean, it was a level of dedication that I wish we had here. And there is a dedication here, but it wasn't as strong as
It wasn't as strong as where in high school.
we made. Our director, usually our latest rehearsals after school end at 3 p.m. go until 8 p.m.
Right.
Now, I think this was Rock of Ages. It's my senior year, a big show, and we needed more hours rehearsing because we was about to open. And so we pushed our teacher, our director, to stay 3 hours longer. We would have gone past that, but she legally can't. Like, everybody could be out the building, at the high school building at that time. Like, high school students, theater, handling construction, dancing, exhausting show for 8 hours. And that's not even one of the longest rehearsals. Like a Citafro, which is like 12 hours. You did a whole day. But yeah, it was a dedication.
Bro, that's heavy dedication. Shout out to them, first of all. Big shout out to you guys.
Now people can't last three and a half hours now.
Talking about here?
Yeah.
Sheesh, man. 8 hours of that? Wow.
And I've seen it when I play like sports, or if I'm in the gym, or I'm seeing other teams around here. There's a certain level of passion you can see in the players.
There is.
Some players don't carry passion like that. Some people don't want to. They'll fail the team just like that. And there's people who it's their life. That's all they've been doing all their life. They want to go pro.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, bro. Like, there's so many athletes out there that want to go pro, that want to succeed, and carry their impact on the court. But here's the transition, my boy. And this is what I took, and this is what other athletes should take too, right?
What?
If pro doesn't work out, find other ways to stay connected to what you love to do. And I'm gonna bring this question back again.
Okay.
Who are you without the jersey? Yo, Cole, matter of fact, bro, I want to hear this. Who are you without the jersey? I think it's kind of obvious now. It's kind of obvious because I've been seeing what you been doing around campus and everything like that. Obviously, you're a Broadway actor, you're a frat leader, and upcoming volleyball player. You pivoted. You pivoted to different lanes to where you're not impacted just by the stat sheet, the jersey, and the field. You build a whole identity outside the field. And big ups to you, bro, for that. There's not a lot of people take the courage to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's not easy. It wasn't easy for me too to build an identity beyond the court. But the basketball was my life. I'll be honest, basketball was my life. I didn't want to make it my life, but it was a huge part of who I was. But I knew that when Plan A didn't work out for me, I had to pursue something bigger. And it happens, though. It happens. Life's gonna throw that curveball at you, and you just gotta be prepared to pivot.
You gotta be prepared to run the other direction.
And that's what I'm saying.
Run around, run through.
Yeah, you gotta. It's like lasers, bro. You gotta dodge them. You gotta dodge them.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, man. So leading up to that, right?
Right.
What was the hardest part about transitioning away from football? If it was hard.
I would say convincing my father.
Oh. Yeah, bro, because you did mention on sharing your visions, bro, your father, I wouldn't say forced, but he...
Nah, because
Or did he?
So it was. So I told him it was my dream to go to the NFL.
Okay. Got you.
And so he was with it. He got on me about it. He got on me about going to practice. Got on me about handling the ball.
Perfecting your craft, right? Okay.
And when I was like, wow, I kind of want to try theater. I think what convinced him was when I got in the show. I had to show up for it. If I really wanted to do theater, get in the show, get casted.
Right.
And I did. I got called back, but yeah. So I mean, the hardest part besides convincing my father would be completely switch away from the dream aspect. Because if you keep trying to go back and forth, dip your toes in this shoe, dip your toes in that shoe, and say you want to go full in with this bucket, something gotta give.
And that's the thing, you can't shoot your eggs in one basket. Can't. And then that's when he just realized like theater was became your passion. That's when.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I did remember in sharing visions you did mention about your father pushing you to pursue football, but you wanted to pursue something else, bro. And
yeah,
that's
I made the choice.
I made that choice too, bro.
Like I still miss it. I'm like,
I still miss it.
How far could I have gone? That's a good question. I don't know if I didn't choose this route, I wouldn't be who I am now. Versus.
That's what I'm saying. But if I tied my whole identity to basketball, I would not be here. I would not film. I would not be writing. I would not be storytelling. Nothing, bro. I don't even think I'd be making music, bro.
What? Nah.
I'm being dead serious. I do not think I would never. Yeah, I would have not ever thought in my life I'd be making music. Maybe okay. Because I do have performing experience, yes.
Right.
But those weren't my own songs, bro. Those are already written songs by professional artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There was one time though I did perform my high school song that I wrote for the school. All honesty. There was one time. But here's the thing, Cole. When it came to my mind about music, right? I want music to have meaning. My music to have meaning, right? Everybody else is chasing trends, rapping about random shit we don't even gotta know about.
Girls,
drugs, money,
money,
incarceration. Nobody wants to hear that. What is the meaning to that? How is that gonna inspire people? How's that gonna inspire the youth? You know what I'm saying, bro? If basketball worked out my way, and I got everything handed to me, I wouldn't really have nothing inspiring to rap about. Now that I pivoted, right, and that I got cut freshman year, that's what made me eager to pursue a different lane, bro. And that's why I rap about overcoming adversity, dog. Because it happens. Everybody in life is going through a storm. Right? So now it all connects. That's what I mean by I don't think I would discover music if it wasn't for that pivot. All honesty, bro. Never.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that pivot.
That too, right? Yeah.
And being here taught me a lot.
But being here taught me a lot too, bro. Like, yo, listen. Y'all would have never discovered us if it wasn't for these pivots we took. Because look at it, a Broadway actor, frat leader, sports journalist, podcast host, music artist, and a club founder. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something deep too. It's not easy finding a job these days either. A lot of jobs want proof of work. They want
Yeah.
a, oh, you go, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. They want like 10 years of experience or something like that, bro. Like, it's like a lot of them have certain expectations, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna quit chasing the roster. The roster spot isn't gonna get me nowhere.
It's a valid argument.
It's not gonna build my resume, nothing. So I'll build something from scratch to put on my resume. Matter of fact, not even something. Multiple things. Sometimes you gotta take that hard route in life. You can't take the easy route. Because trust me, when you take the easy route, you're gonna regret not taking the hard route. I promise you.
Take the easy route, you ain't gonna learn.
You ain't gonna learn nothing.
Nor grow. Staying the same.
You're staying the same. You're not.
In order to grow, you need to change.
Indeed, bro.
If nothing changes.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Cole. So honestly, bro, I gotta ask, how did you redefine yourself during that shift? It's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I had to take it a day at a time.
Right.
I mean, Wizard of Oz for my first show was amazing. I got to see things I've never done before. I got to wear clothes I never wore before.
Right.
Dance, I had lines in the show. You make the little moments big. You make light. You make notice of the little moments. And one of the things I love making note is finding the significance in my part.
Right.
So, as for the Munchkin, my first time being on the show, I was the only Munchkin who had a solo line, and I was talking to Dorothy at the end of the show. It wasn't a crazy line. It was like, "Are you heading home, Dorothy?" But I was very happy, very proud that
Right.
I was the only Munchkin with the solo line, or a line at all. I mean, the other lines would be us singing together, talking together, but yeah. And then got better there on there. Just work on my craft, work on my speech, audition more.
Honestly, since you did mention singing, did you work on trying to, how would I say it, like perfect your vocals?
Yeah. I've been in a lot more musicals than I have plays, especially in high school. And because of that reason, my voice got warmed up. And then when I got here, I took some voice lessons with Leah. So I've learned how to take care of my voice, how to practice my voice, and yeah. And I have a solo/duet in the upcoming play, Little Women, understudy for John Brooke. So that'll be fun. First time.
First time, bro.
I had the first time this big of a role in a musical. Besides Jacoby Stewart, but yeah.
Yeah. When's the next show coming out?
Little Women,
Yeah.
April 23rd to May 3rd.
Got you. Got you, bro. So honestly, I got a very interesting question.
Word.
Very interesting. In your opinion, bro, what's something acting taught you about yourself that sports did?
The acting taught me about myself. That sports
that's
did.
what sports did. Yeah.
Ooh. There's a lot of good ones. Ooh. I'm gonna say acting taught me to be my own person. More so is be my own star. You know, be my own star player. Be my own big name actor. And
Right.
the sense is you have to make something out of what is given to you. It may be worse than others. It may not be a lot, or it may be more than you can handle. And it's up to you to make the most out of it. You could say, "Oh, if the lines were this way, I could be a better actor," or if the plot made me this way, I could be really good. Gotta make the most out of what is given. And some of the greatest actors come from nobody characters.
That's shocking.
Because of what they made out the character.
I would kind of say art. They made art out of it, right? Because acting's an art. It's all about facial expressions,
Speech.
speeches,
Vocal.
vocals. Yeah, man. You never know when you're gonna have to sing. You never know. That's why it's important to practice everything possible. Everything possible. Even if it's a role you're not expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Gotta be ready. But most importantly, you have to have the ambition to want to get better.
Exactly.
You want to have the
If
ambition
you
to want to
don't
get
want
better.
it, you ain't gonna get it.
You're not. You're not.
If you don't have the want that will get you out of your bed, get you off your feet, get you moving, you're not gonna get it.
No, sir.
Don't live in the future.
Live in the present. Live in the present. Because trust me, there's a lot of other people that wish to have your spot. And so what? They may be better than you, but what matters is how you respond. Right? There's a lot of people out there that are better than us at what we do. But we don't care about who's better than us. We care about our art, if that makes sense, right? Or as I like to say, our craft. We care about our craft, right? We're not in competition with no one but ourselves. That's how I operate in life.
It's only one of you.
Unless you have a twin.
Yeah. There's a lot of twins.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of twins until I got here.
Yeah, man. Facts. Indeed, dog. So honestly, I gotta ask, bro. Like, what originally drew you to acting? I think you probably did mention it, but like, was there like a pro actor that inspired you?
Cameron Boyce is a good one.
R.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed a lot of movies like Narnia, Descendants, Jumper. I think that had Frederick Douglass. No, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. But I think Keystone was Descendants. I think I don't know if this was behind the scenes or after I watched one or two of the movies. The joy behind the actors, behind the scene work, the beauty, the art. It was just something I wanted to be a part of. You know, I see myself, those big badass villains in some big TV show or movie or something like that.
I can see it too, bro.
I like it because of the shots you get, the over dramatics. This big bad guy, he did this, he did that, he did that.
Right.
Yeah. I played some villains here. Boss 2K. Blackula. New York City Mafia. Yeah. That's what Boss 2K was. I played villains in the Shakespeare show, Antonio. Yeah.
Hold on, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I thought you mentioned one other actor that inspired you, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan?
Didn't you mention that on the previous show? I swear, bro, you mentioned Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking you said
Michael Jordan.
Yo.
Bro, honestly, MJ only acted in one movie, which is Space Jam, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Big shout out to
There's Christopher Nolan. There's, Leonardo DiCaprio. There's Frederick Douglass. There's Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Timothy Chalamet. He's the one that's around my age who's a really good actor, who might even be somebody I gotta look, watch and learn from, because that might be my competition one day. I'm just saying.
Hey man, maybe he is.
Look at the work he's doing. Dune. What other show he did? Or movie?
Who's that again?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet?
He did Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
So he was nominee for Oscars.
He was nominated for Oscars. Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So was Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. I think Leonardo and someone else. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
I think he's like 24, 25.
For real.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think he dating one of the Kardashians.
Yeah, man. One of the Kardashians.
Let me see. Timothy Chalamet. Watch him be like 30. He is 30.
He started very good.
95.
I think he was in a LeBron James episode too on a podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That might have been also these are Luca.
Nah, I saw Timothy Chalamet take a flick with him. So I'm like, maybe that was the episode.
Oh, shit. Let me text Leo back.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Big ups to you for once again taking that pivot, discovering your true inner calling.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people take the courage to build an identity beyond Jersey. And it ties back to what I said.
I found that surprising when I got here. I would. Hold on.
You good, bro. You good.
But a lot of people will ask me, and I will ask them, like, what do you do with your time? Like, you always in your room. I'm working on myself, working on stuff, either in terms of speech or working out or do whatever. And I'm like, you guys don't got any personal work you're working on? And I don't know, it was just something that surprised me when I got here, because I always had like something I'll be working on towards myself. And it surprised me that other people, once they had done with classes or whatever, they don't have any hobby they want to learn or.
Nah, yeah. It's just, bro, it's class. Well, actually, nah. Wake up, class, breakfast, lunch, dinner, repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like that.
My parents ain't paying for this, so it's not like I can just chill here, relax, just do whatever I want. Like, this is my life. I'm paying to be here. I'm investing in myself so I can get jobs,
Right.
get internships, get my name out there, get the experience done. By the time I get out of here, I'll be good. I'll be set.
You be shut.
I have the skill sets, the soft skill sets, and necessary to get a job. Leadership, communication, collaboration, teamwork, creativity, brainstorming,
Right.
ambitious.
All those acronyms you just named are the key words to life.
Collaboration.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I like how you mentioned leader, because I was gonna ask that, bro. What does being a leader mean to you beyond the title?
This is a big one for me because I think this is a leader's job to do that I haven't seen done on this campus very well. But a leader is supposed to be the one to do the work, to do the hard work, to get it done, to be the example. If something needs to be done and nobody else is stepping up, you're stepping up.
You're stepping up, right?
If none of your people if you can't find none of your people, find your people. Or get the work done. You are responsible for whatever is put in your hands as a leader. You are responsible. You are responsible for coming up with the results.
Indeed.
You are the example. You're supposed to be there, not make excuses, talking about this, that. I think there's a sort of resilience, a sort of sense of responsibility.
Heavy responsibility.
That comes with being a leader. And I get asked a lot, people ask me, how do I do it, or how are you so good at it if you don't, this isn't your topic or world, or it's like Greek life. Somebody was like, are you really interested in Greek life like that? I'm like, Greek life was cool, but I'm not a hard Greek life head who's seen all the movies or whatever, or dived into the history. I'm they asked me how am I such a good leader? Because there are things that translate in terms of leadership, being an example, taking care of responsibility, setting the tone. So yeah.
I agree, bro. Completely agree. And honestly, I gotta ask this too, bro, because being a leader, it can test you mentally, in a way, right? Because it's if a situation happens, right?
Right.
A bad conflict. Let's just say
Mm-hmm.
that. How do you respond to that, right? How do you take initiative, or how do you try to de-escalate this situation, right? It's not easy sometimes. It's not. Again, it takes a lot of responsibility, and most importantly, it takes a lot of maturity,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, what's a big challenge that tested you mentally that people don't see?
I would say coming up with the answer. Growing up or being in charge of leadership work, it's on me to come up with the answer. Or back when I was younger, whenever I sought help, I never would really get useful help.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it was on me to get the answer, get the work done, and move forward. And so I got to rewind a little bit coming here, dealing with other people, because they don't have that sort of tenacity when it comes to getting something done. If I see a problem, it's not oh, I'm stuck, whoop-de-doo, I can't do nothing. It's, what are my tools? What are the sources around me? What can I use? Not, oh, they didn't tell me to use this tool that way, so I can't use it that way. And it's exhausting sometimes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Especially when you're supposed to have a team.
Yeah.
Especially when the work is supposed to be delegated, but then the work isn't getting done. I mean, picking up the slack, being the role model for yourself. if you want to be a better person, if you want to do better, want to learn something, you gotta act like it. Be the role model for yourself.
Be the role model for yourself and be the role models for those who need a role model. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody needs a role model, but it's good to once again take initiative on being that, right?
Right.
Because you gotta remember, bro, there's not a lot of people out there that are willing to be that, which is shocking to me. So for those people out there viewing that, get that thought out of your head, please. Tell them.
Get that out your head.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. It's like, well, honestly, like that's a part of growing up in life. We gotta take initiative. We gotta be the role model for others, for those who aren't willing to do it. It's stupid to me, bro. It's stupid. It really is. But
I mean, hey, a lot of people are fine with not getting better, not growing, staying the same. You know.
but then they ain't gonna go nowhere then. Not gonna go
Still
nowhere.
waters.
Still waters. Still waters, bro. Well, yeah, man. So, last question.
Okay. Should be a good one.
This should be a great one. This is the signature question, bro. What does mind over matter mean to you?
Mind over matter. No matter what you're going through, no matter how difficult, no matter how exhausting, no matter how traumatic, no matter how hard, sad, angry, upset something is, your mind gotta be above it.
Your mind.
That's the only way you're gonna conquer, succeed.
That's the only way.
If your mind is below the goal, if you're diminishing yourself to a lower standard, how are you going to expect yourself to get up to the higher standard? How are you going to expect yourself to step up to the plate? You can't even see yourself stepping up to the plate or going past it, for that matter. Your mind got to be strong and be willing to get over whatever matter is in front of you, whatever obstacle is in front of you.
Strength begins in the mind. Strength begins in the mind. Jacoby, thank you for popping out today, my guy. This is a great conversation. And if this episode helped you, make sure you guys like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, right? And always remember this. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If no one believes in you, so what?
Right.
Believe in yourself. Perfect your art. Don't let no one discourage you at all. Don't let no one tell you you're not gonna make it. Don't let no one tell you you're not good enough. Everybody is good enough, but they just gotta have the ambitious attitude.
Everybody is good enough and better.
That's it. That's it.
Never too late.
Never too late.
It's never too late.
Never. And for all the hard-working moms, for all the hard-working dads, for all the hard-working siblings, big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Stay goal-driven. Most importantly, take care of your family. Right? This is Nick Stones, everybody. Signing off. See you soon.